Hey, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you. New to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Breaking news. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Breaking news. Tim Norman. Tim Norman of Sweetie Pies, the Sweetie Pies show that came on the OWN network. Robbie Montgomery, son, Tim Norman from the show Sweetie Pies. He just got convicted of all counts of whatever they had charged, whatever they charged him with, conspiracy and all that kind of stuff. He was accused of hiring a murder for hire, of murdering his nephew. You know, he took an insurance policy out on his nephew and had him murdered, had him killed, hired somebody to shoot him. And so they indicted him and the 3 other people. They indicted him, a young lady, and the fake insurance guy, and the guy, I guess the guy that actually pulled the trigger. So, yeah, he tried to get out of it, but he had too much going against him. So they convicted him and found him guilty on all counts. I'm not sure exactly what all the counts were, but yes, they found him guilty on all counts. I figured they would. I figured they would find him guilty. I figured they would find him guilty. Yeah, he didn't stand a chance. He didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be talking about it all over YouTube. Philly Phil, here on YouTube by the name of Philly Phil Eats or something like that. She kept abreast of the whole thing, and so she'll probably give, if you go to her channel, she'll probably give a more detailed, you know, of what's going on and everything. But I'm not sure. I don't know when his sentencing is going to be. Not sure how much time he's getting, but yeah, he's convicted. It's sad. I mean, I'm glad that Andre Montgomery's family got justice. I know his mother, my heart and prayers go out to his mother, because as a mother, it's not easy to lose a child. It's very hard to lose very difficult to lose a child when you're a mother. And to think that it was his uncle of all people, to think that it's bad enough that your child is killed, but then on top of that, a family member, to think a family member did it. You know, your family is supposed to love you. They're supposed to love you, and they're supposed to care for you. But this is we living in the last days. Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. We living in the last days. They said all this was going to go on. You know, people was going to lose natural affection and be overcome with greed and lust and all that kind of stuff. And all that we're seeing more evidence of it. It's just getting worse and worse. People be offing their family members, and murder, suicides. We got to stay prayed up, people. We just got to stay prayed up. It's just, Satan's time is getting short, so he's just trying to take as many people as he can. His time is just short, and so it's sad. It's sad. My heart and prayers go out to Andre's family. I'm so glad that they got justice. And he was Tim Norman already did time in prison before, so he ain't never getting out. He's probably never getting out. I mean, he's done. He's done. He's all done. So, yeah, that's sad. It's really sad, you know. But yes, he was found guilty on all counts. All counts, he was found guilty. Because of greed. And I guess they talked about, he tried to come and say, because they talked about he had these burner phones, and he tried to say he used burner phones because of the filming, and he hired a girl for sexual purposes, for business sexual purposes, and that was the only reason why he hired her. And that's what he said. That's what his testimony was. And then he said they tried to say Andre was involved in some stuff, and so that's why he took the insurance policy on him, because they said that they tried to say that Andre was involved in some stuff, and that they was concerned about him getting murdered, so that's why he took out the insurance policy. So he tried to get out of it. He tried to get out of it, but I guess the evidence against him was very overwhelming. So yeah, I figured he would get convicted. I figured he would get convicted. Just greed, overcome with greed. And they also talked about the fact that he was in a lot of debt. They also brought that up. They brought up the fact that he was in a lot of debt, because his mother Robbie had to sue him because he kept trying to open up all them restaurants in various places. He went to California, opened up two. I went to the one in Inglewood. They had in Inglewood. I did a review of it. Didn't hardly get no views. But they opened two in L.A. and some other places. He was trying to open up a whole bunch of restaurants without her consent, and she was like, I remember her telling him on the show, you need to slow down and everything, get my permission. And he was just, after a while, you water down the brand. If you don't have the proper cooks, and, Miss Robbie, she's very passionate about her restaurant, and she wanted to be there every time a restaurant is open to make sure that they got the right cooks and the people was going to cook the food like she wanted cooked. Because you open too many restaurants and you don't get the right types of cooks in there, you water down the brand. And she didn't want that. And he was opening them up too fast. And so this greed, because he was in a lot of debt. He was in a lot of debt. Trying to live above his means and getting a lot of debt, trying to open up all these restaurants, and just sad. So just greedy. I mean, it's just sad that, and I think there was some jealousy there too. I don't know. They showed that they had conflict on the show. He kind of beat him and the other young man on there. I can't think of his name right now. Him and the other young man that was on there. If you watched, because they show, I can't find whole episodes. Let me know if you guys can find whole episodes of that show. I can't seem to find Sweetie Pies. I can't seem to find whole episodes. On YouTube, they just got a bunch of clips. And then, I remember that one episode where he beat up Andre, and, I'm trying to think of that other boy's name, the other young man's name. I can't think of his name right now. But Andre and the other young man, he beat him up. Talking about he tried to straighten him out and keep him in line, all that kind of stuff. So Miss Robbie had to get on him about that. So, yeah, it's just sad, It's sad. But I'm glad that justice is served. And you do the crime, you got to do the time. Now he's got to sit there and think about what he did to his nephew. He's got to sit. I don't know if he's going to try to appeal it or not, but now he's got to sit there and think about what he did to his nephew and the pain that he's caused the family and the disgrace that he's caused his mother. My heart and prayers go out to Miss Robbie, because I know right now she's hurting right now. So my heart and prayers go out to her. And she's a strong woman. I think she's a strong woman. She'll get through it. But yeah, knowing that her grandson was murdered and her son was the reason why he was murdered, it can't be easy. That can't be easy. I think I got problems. That can't be easy to deal with. So my heart and prayers. I love Miss Robbie. She's a sweetie. So my heart and prayers go out to Miss Robbie. This is sad. The whole situation is just sad. But that's the time we living in, people. That's the time we living in. We got to stay prayed up. You know, we living in. That's the time we living in. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. You found out what the verdict was. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. And until the next video, be blessed.